Hey y'all, I decided I was going to come out here and do a short video of the gardens and how they're looking now. It's October and we haven't done a video of the garden in a little while. It's just been hot. Finally got a break in the weather and it's really nice out here today. It's not even 70 and it's not really humid and the bees are not attacking me, so that makes me happy. So I thought, why not? I come out here and was harvesting some more hibiscus, which I have a bunch. This is the biggest harvest that I've gotten so far ever. And I'm so grateful. It's just beautiful. The garden still looks, despite my lack of watering and coming out here and the weeds are taking over some spots, the garden looks great. All of my trellises have pretty much died out though, but that's okay. I've got some peas coming up and we'll get around to that and I'll show you all this stuff. So let me flip this camera around so you can see the gardens. The dogs are running into me. And let me show you some stuff. How about that? I'm going to start over here. This is our eggplants, which I'm going to harvest what's left of these. And these are small eggplants. I can't remember the names of them. Let's see. We got some right there. So I'm going to harvest these and pull these plants up so I can plant me some more stuff in here. Probably amend the soil a little bit because it's gotten a little cruddy. Put some compost in there. And there's some tulsi I missed. And some sage. And let me see. These peppers over here, they never did hardly do anything. Which I do have some that did come out and they look ripe, so I'll harvest those, but I'm just gonna pull these up and plant some carrots and stuff in here for the winter fall harvests or winter fall garden, because I've heard that carrots, if you plant them during this time, they grow. Once they hit a little frost gets on them, they're supposed to be really sweet. So we're gonna try that and see how that works. But see, we got all these little, look at these little bitty teeny tiny peppers. I'm gonna have to do better and get these peppers going earlier next year, and hopefully that'll fix that and we'll have a better harvest next year of peppers. So the calendula bed, I harvested what was over here, but it's putting out like new little plants and stuff. I don't know if they've reseeded or if they're just coming up. They might be just coming up from the stems of these other ones where they've kind of broken off. Yeah, I think that's what they're doing. Can you see that? But they're still putting out some flowers, and I've got some that I started from seed. And I'm not real sure if I'm going to plant them over here or where I'm going to put them, but we might get some more calendula. We'll have to see. And this right here, I'm just noticing. Look at this thing. That looks just like white sage. I think it is. Now how that got over there, I have no clue, but okay. There's my white sage, which I've already harvested some off of it, but we'll have some of that to be able to use for smudging and stuff. And then that's my hierbabuena, which has migrated over here. So this whole thing will probably be full of it next year, which I don't mind. I like having the mint and I want it here, so that's good. And this is a lemon balm that I've already harvested. Look at that. I've already harvested this lemon balm like 3 times. This will be like my 4th. So I'm going to come over here. I wanted to get a picture and show you guys the lemon balm and how prolific it is and how gorgeous before I come over here and harvest it. That's why I decided to go ahead and do a quick tour and check it out and look. And here's some more tulsi that I forgot, but see there's bees on it. Let me leave my clippers over here. Where'd the bee go? I just saw a bee over here. There you are. See him? So see, I have to fight the bees for the tulsi. And there comes another one. So I'll have to come over here and get the flowers off of it and get that pulled up. Ooh, I just saw a big old bumblebee over here too. So this is some catnip that I started from seed, and the other little bitty things in there is weeds. So, let me see. what we have. There's some more tulsi over there with bees on it. That big old bumblebees on that one. I don't know if you can see him. Well, he just flew away. Now he's going to the lemon balm. Oh well, I tried. And then this is, with all those flowers, that thing is, there's all-time hummingbirds and bees all over it. And it's a type of sage, but I don't know that I think it's just a ornamental type sage, not a medicinal or edible. And that's just one plant that a friend of mine gave me. So that's just crazy. And then there's echinacea down in there. And this is a plant that a girl gave me, but it's not looking too great. All the leaves fell off of it. We'll see. I have to put it in something and see if it comes back next year. See, gosh, I'm gonna fight the bees for this stuff too. They're all over this thing. All kinds of bees. And the purslane over here is looking kind of pitiful. But then that's echinacea in there in the middle. So that will come back next year, I know. I'm not sure if the purslane will or not. We'll have to see about that and see if it does. Be cool if it did. Oh wow. I think I know what that is over there. Okay, so check this out. I just realized something. So this right here I bought reduced, and it's, oh, what's the name of it? Showy pink primrose. So it has grown out here now, and it is flowering. So that's interesting. And I think there's some, I'm not sure. This looks like it's mint or lemon balm one coming up right here, or either it's part of that, I can't tell. No, it doesn't have any smell, so it's not mint. It must be, but the leaves just look rounder. I guess it is one of those. So this over here, it's going to be interesting to see what this turns out to look like next year when it starts getting springtime and all of that. And this mint over here needs to be harvested. It's all growed out over the side and starting to come to the end of its lifespan, I believe. What I love is this over here. These, ooh, I'm tripping over stuff. So see all these leaves? Those are violets. So I harvested a bunch of those and made an oil. So I'm going to make like a cream, a violet cream out of that. And I think that's so cool. I love violets. And I have not stayed on top of the crabgrass, as you can tell. I was doing really well keeping that stuff at bay. And, well, it got really hot and I just was not coming out here as often as I should have. And so now it's gone crazy. But it's okay. I'll mulch over it and next year. And hopefully, I need to get it out of my lavender. That's a lavender bush. I do need to get it out of there. And this is a mimosa that a friend of mine told me to come and get, and we dug it up. This is one of them. There's another one over there I didn't show you. And all of the leaves fell off of it. And you can tell the top of it is kind of pitiful. But it's got new growth on it. Look. So see, we have new leaves. So I think it's going to live. So that's cool. Because I want a mimosa. At least one. I'd love to have two. And the other one was looking pretty good too, so we'll see. And then this is the Valerian that I planted. So next year, hopefully this is going to come back up and we'll have a nice little harvest of some Valerians. That'd be so cool to be able to have my own Valerian. And this is St. John's wort that I planted over here, which has weeds in it as well that I need to pull. And then those I think those are called coxcomb. I can't even say it. Flowers, and they're really pretty. I never have had those until this year, and a friend of mine gave them to me. Ooh, and check this out, y'all. I hadn't even been able to look at this mullein. Look at the mullein. I started that from seed, and I had it over there in a pot for a really long time, and it just wasn't doing a whole lot because it was so tiny, probably. But look at that bad boy now. So this stuff is very medicinal. Oh gosh, that's so soft. That's just awesome. I love it. So next year the first year that mullein comes up, it does a basil rosette like that, and then the next year it comes up, it shoots up a flower spike. They're biennials, so, and when it shoots at the flower stalk, of course, it'll have seeds and it'll reseed itself, but they are biennials, so they'll only last 2 years. At least that's here anyway. I'm guessing that's anywhere, but they reseed themselves, so that's good. And this is one of my hibiscus, which you can see it still has a bunch of calyxes on it. And I harvested a bunch, but these are just still, they're still just kind of tiny. They're not quite big enough to mess with right now, which I see one over there I probably should have got, but that's okay. It'll be all right. And that hibiscus really hasn't done a whole lot. I think I planted it too late, but I've gotten some off of it, so it's all good. And then the little greenhouse that we have barely got set up, I planted another mullein over here, but this is Greek mullein. This is a little different from the other mullein, but ooh, I see a spider in there. Check him out. Hello, dude. He's like hiding from the world. Yeah, I can agree. Okay, but anyway, this is Greek mullein. This is a little different from the other mullein, the regular mullein. And this was in a raised bed over there, and it was not doing very well. It had gotten root bound, so it wasn't getting a lot of water. So it wasn't really growing. But this will spread as well, and it has more than one flower stalk. So the flowers are medicinal. I don't know how much you know about that, but maybe I'll talk about that in a later video. I'm planning on doing some videos of herbs and their medicines and what they're good for. So this is a horseradish that I had in a pot for like forever, and something was eating it up, and so I planted it over here. It's got some new growth, but something is still just eating this thing to pieces. I have no clue what is liking this horseradish so much, but it does, whatever it is. Maybe it'll come back next year and be a lot hardier, and it can fend off these. Oh geez, a bee coming at me. I hope it went away. All right, so let's come over here. I want to show y'all. So I did a small video. Golly, I just can't believe this. Well, I did a video harvesting all this Tulsi over here. I pulled everything up by the roots. Hold on, I'm gonna flip this. So I did a video over here of the Tulsi, and I had pulled everything up by the root and thought I had gotten rid of it all because it was like drowning out my danshin over here. And so I thought, well, I'll just pull it by the root. It'll be okay. I don't really need a whole lot of Tulsi right now anyway. And so I come over here like a day or two ago, and oh my gosh. Okay, I'm gonna walk around this way. Oh, look at this flower, it's so pretty. I walked over here, I could not believe what I was seeing. So y'all check this out. I'm gonna turn the camera back around so you can look, watch. So look at all that Tulsi, just look at it. And not only is it right there in the bed, which it has some bindweed on it, which I need to get rid of, it is everywhere. Look at that. That is all Tulsi. Now I do see what I think to be over here little plants of danshin, which is cool. I mean, check that out. So I'm like, I just can't. This is just crazy. This stuff loves it here. For some, you know, and I am a firm believer of if it grows around you, then you need it. So obviously we need a bunch of Tulsi in this house for some reason. And see, these plants over here come up by themselves too, and they're huge. I need to come over here and harvest those as well. And I got Tulsi like for days. But and this is the danshin that's in the bed, and it's still flowering. It's still pretty gorgeous. But yeah, I think I've got little plants over here too, along with weeds, of course, that I have not taken care of. Actually, I think that's one right here too. That might be one. It's just, it amazes me. It just, I can't even. And then, you know, we got stuff growing, which I thought I pulled all these beans up, but they're still trying to kick it. And then the zinnias are still pretty and growing. I need to come out here and pick me a bouquet to take in the house. And then there's, of course, there's tulsi in between the beds. And more danshin. There's some danshin coming up right there too. Look at that. My goodness. And there's something I planted right here. What is this that's coming up? It is a lemon cucumber. Ooh. Maybe we'll get something out of that. That would be cool, wouldn't it? It looks like it's getting ready to flower. So maybe we'll be lucky and get some of that. Alright, let's see what else I got over here. Okay, there's the lemongrass that needs to be harvested again. Okay, so there's the lemongrass that I've already harvested a couple, well, no, I think I already harvested one. Oh, gee, a bee just flew in front of my face. I think I only harvested it once so far this year, but it needs to be harvested again. And these are the peas that I planted that are growing up the trellis here. So maybe they'll have enough time. Oh, look, there's a bee on the zinnia. Hello. You just leave me alone and we'll be good. We'll be lifelong friends. Okay. Just stay on your flower. Yeah, these the zinnias, for whatever reason, have got like little spots on them. I've heard that's some kind of a disease that affects them. So I'm thinking about, like all these, just cutting them back because they're looking kind of sick. So anyway, and it's kind of blocking the walk through over here. So I've got gourds going over here, which I'm tickled to death about. Ooh, look, there's one hanging up there. Isn't that cool? So yeah, I'm hoping to make rattles out of some of these. Maybe. Look at the flower on them. Isn't that just cute as it can be? I love it. So, let's see. Got one right here. Another one right there. So yeah, a little teeny tiny one up there. So hopefully we'll have enough gourds to make some cool rattles for our drum circles. Let's see what we have on this end. This is I don't know if this is, I think this is part of the gourds maybe. I'm not real sure. There was a squash plant over here somewhere, but I don't know that it has survived. So it's all good. Here's the rue, which I want to get some of that started for next year. Which these come back, they're perennial here, so that's all good. But I want to get some started to give away or sell to people. And here's some nettle, which I've harvested again. This one doesn't look as good as this one. So I'm going to come out here and harvest this again and get some more nettle. And then, you know, there's more lemongrass. There's a purple flower thing in there that I'm not real sure what that is, but it's pretty. So, and then you can see the zinnias peeking over top. And then on the end is asparagus that has just gotten really big. And then, you know, the lemongrass on the other side. We have another lemongrass on this side, and then mixed in with the rue and the zinnias and the nettle. So let's walk over here. Y'all check this hibiscus out. Isn't that pretty? Which that's my chair where I was having to sit down to get down in the middle of that plant to harvest the calyxes. And you can see there's still a bunch of calyxes still on it. So still got a big harvest coming from that. And all my sunflowers have gone to seed. So I didn't plant any for the fall. I just haven't been out here because, like I said, it's been flipping hot as I'll get out. Now this purple flower right here, I think is just gorgeous. Isn't that pretty? My friend Pat gave that to me, and I love it. It just keeps on flowering. It's so pretty. So, and then there's a pepper plant and some more pea plants over here. I started those peas. And this is a pepper plant she gave me that's just fallen over. It's got one little measly little pepper on it. Oopsie, I think I'm about to break it. See that? So that's cool. Alright, this is usually where the bees convene, but I don't see any bees over here today. But oh, look at that okra. Oh yeah, there's an okra. There's some okra in here. Look at this bad boy. It's my first year growing okra, y'all. So, and then this plant here, I don't know what the name of it is, but holy cow. And it tastes kind of like cilantro, so you can use it in the place of cilantro, and it grows all summer, and it tastes really good. It does kind of taste like cilantro, so I highly recommend that plant. I'll have to get the name of it from my friend that gave it to me. And look, y'all, look at this plant here. Isn't that crazy? That's one plant. Look at those flowers. They're just gorgeous. There's a little bee over there on it. Looks like a carpenter bee. Oh, there's a honeybee on one. Two honeybees are checking it out. Oh my goodness gracious. The things you learn in a garden. Okay, so that little baby's went crazy. Oh my goodness, if I can get over here. So see, this is almost impossible to go through. It's just wild over here. I love it, but it's just wild. And I mean, there's Tulsi and there's bees all over the Tulsi over here because I have not been flowering them. Cutting the little ends off, so it has flowered, went to seed, and there's bees all over the flowers. And then of course there's Tulsi coming up all on the ground where the seeds have fallen. And then there's some skullcap coming up right there. And there's a little bee. And then the elecampane, I don't know if you can remember that from earlier videos. It's gotten huge. Of course this grass needs to be taken care of, which I have not done. I'm gonna end up falling if I ain't careful, because there's stuff everywhere out here in this garden. So let me see if I can get through here. And it's so pretty. I love my garden. Here we are at the other end, the complete other end of the thing where all the garden, the raised beds that are in service right now. And then you see these black stalks of like seeds and stuff. That's anise hyssop or anise hyssop. There's some more down there, and then the rest of this is nothing but Tulsi and bees. And then there's some lemongrass on the end. I even got Tulsi coming up out of the cracks. And then this is dock. I think it's curly dock. It might be yellow dock, I'm not sure. Or curly dock might be a type of yellow dock, I don't know. I'm not that familiar with it. This is elecampane, which is the same thing that's in that raised bed back there. And that's been here for a while. And then the bone set has started to wither away, which I harvested some of that and already got it processed and ready to go. Then we have, let's see here, there's those little flowers that I think are just gorgeous, and some feverfew, and then all of my sunflowers are drying away, drying out. And again, the weeds have taken over back here as well. Oh my goodness gracious. Here's some mint that I planted. I want you to look at this. So look, there's mint coming up amidst the grass in the middle of the garden. And I had mint growing over here like probably 4 years ago, and the grass took it over. And so I had just recently, like this past year or maybe year before last, put down some cardboard and mulch over top of it, and you know, that mint just came right back. Check that out. That's just crazy. So this is ashwagandha. It's also called winter cherry. It's an adaptogen, and I will show you how it gets its name, winter cherry. So it gets these little pods on it. See those little red cherry looking things down there? So see, that's why it's called winter cherry, because those little things come out this time of year into the winter. Well, after it freezes, it goes away, but yeah, that's ashwagandha. You use the root, so it's good to have it in a raised bed like this, so you can harvest the root a little easier. It's kind of difficult if it's in the ground to pull it up. Let's see, here's some more of these little cherries. Look at these. I can get it. Come on, bud. I don't think these little, pretty sure these things are not edible or medicinal or anything. They're just pretty. So, and a big reveal, we're going to extend the garden next year. We took the fence down over here, that was the chicken run, and put it on the back side of the chicken coop and opened this area up. And I got a huge, great deal from this guy that was moving and getting rid of his garden, and got a bunch of fence posts, got some raised beds on the cheap. He gave me a potting bench, and I got a little greenhouse from him, and I'm just tickled to death with some of this stuff. So if he's watching, thank you. Thank you, David. I think that was his name, David, for your beds and your hard work. So that is, let me show you, here's some astragalus over here too that's coming up. It had gotten kind of funky because it wasn't getting watered that well, so it kind of died back, but now look, it's coming back. So I am hopeful that it will be back next year as well. And then there's more mint that came up all by itself that laid dormant for 2 or 3 years and then decided to come back when I remulched everything. So that's just crazy. I think that's just crazy. Okay, let's go over here, and here's my milkweed. Man, are those eggs on there? Those little yellow things, is that eggs? Huh, I thought the monarchs were done. This thing was covered with monarchs, and they left me with nothing but stems. And now it looks like we've got more eggs. So I'm not sure about that, but I'm not very knowledge on monarchs and keeping them and doing all that stuff. So I don't know, but let's go over here and see the passionflower. I'm gonna walk around this way because I want to show y'all this, because this is crazy to me. So passionflower, you know, is a really cool medicinal herb. Look at the flower. Isn't that gorgeous? But look what it produces after it flowers. Oh man, they're gone. Oh no, here's one. The birds or something's probably coming over here and getting them. Look at that, dude. Isn't that cool? Can you see it? It's so fuzzy. And here's another one. It feels kind of hollow to me. But yeah, ooh, there's a bee sleeping on the top of that one. Hello. I don't know what you're doing out there, but it's all good. Here's my anise hyssop that I've already harvested and processed once. And it looks like it's wanting to come back, which is cool. It can do that. So here's another change coming. See all these boxes? I think I posted it on Instagram or somewhere. All these boxes here. This guy was getting rid of them, and I saw it advertised on Facebook Marketplace, and I went over there, and he sold me a couple and then gave me some of them, and then he called me or messaged me back and said, I need to get rid of these, I need them gone, so will you come get them? I'm like, yeah. So I went over there and got all these boxes, and he'd already painted some of them on the outside and the inside to keep, you know, keep the wood from rotting or whatever. So I'm gonna fill those up with hay bales almost to the top, and then put some dirt on them, and we got plant beds. So we're gonna have all kinds of herbs growing out here this year. It looks kind of junky right now, but once I get the mulch down and get everything in them, and it's gonna be a haven for me. We got to move this fence that's right here and put it over there since we've made the garden bigger and opened this up. And hopefully that's gonna look nice. There's my potting bench over there that I got, and the frame to the greenhouse, which I haven't done anything with yet, but I'm working on it. So So that's about it. Everything else is just normal regular stuff around here, which I don't know if you would call living around here normal, but okay. So yeah, I'm just grateful, you know. I was really grateful. I was out there this morning harvesting the hibiscus and thinking about how grateful I was to, or how grateful I am to have this beautiful land out here and to just be able to sit out there and enjoy it and enjoy the tranquility of it. Well, when the dogs aren't jumping all over me, I guess. And I don't know, just breathe it all in, you guys, because, you know, it doesn't last forever. Gardening season's going to be over soon, and then we just have to, I'll be inside doing taxes. Yay! I love my tax people, but, you know, my heart and soul is out here in the dirt. But anyway, I'm just grateful for everything that that we've accomplished this year, and I look at some of the videos and some of the pictures from even like 2 years ago, and this place has completely transformed. It's nothing like it was before. So I don't know, and I've learned so much about herbs. I've learned so much about growing them, about, you know, what kind of conditions they like, because, you know, you buy stuff, you try it out, you hopefully don't kill it, but sometimes you do. It happens. It's not on purpose. And Lord knows I'm not perfect. So I just, you know, do, and if you mess it up, then try again. That's why I like starting things from seed. And if I have, you know, 4 or 5 plants, I can plant one over here, one over there, and see, you know, okay, does it like it here? Would it like it more shade? Or, you know, and a lot of things that people tell me that like full sun that I get out here, hey, Starbird, that I put out here, do not survive in full sun. What do you think about it, Starbird? Star says, hey. Okay, so I guess I'm going to wrap it up because I've got some stuff to do. I've got stuff to harvest still. I want to get this lemongrass or lemon balm harvested before the hubs comes out here with his bees. He's going to start feeding the bees today, and once he does that, bees are just all agitated and all over the place there. And they love the smell of the lemon and the lemon balm and the lemongrass. So when I get over here messing with it, sure enough, they're probably going to be over here checking me out. And since that one stung me and I had that reaction, I don't like it when they come checking me out. So I guess I'm going to say ta-ta for now. I hope you enjoyed the little short tour. And stay tuned for more. We've got a video, I've got to finish up the Tulsi video talking about what that's good for. And we've also got a video where we did running with the cows last weekend. We had a little mishap. Y'all will have to listen about that later on. Hopefully we can get that up this week too. And I think the geek, my husband, is working on another video. I can't remember if he said he's going to do it about bees, or I can't remember. But anyway, he's working on something else too, I believe. So make sure you subscribe to the channel and like our videos. If you subscribe, you can click on the notification bell to let you know when we upload one, and then that way you'll never miss a video from us. We love hearing from you. If you want to leave us a comment, if you got any comments about the garden or what you think I should do with that big old space over there that I'm going to be working on next spring, let me know. Let me know what you think about my boxes that I got mostly free, and anything else you want to throw in there. Give me some ideas of some herbs and stuff that you guys would like to see if I can grow or not. Well, to see if I can grow them or not. I had a low battery come up on my phone, so I guess I need to get off of here. So anyway, I look forward to hearing from you. We'll talk at you later. Peace.